In this lecture, we are going to develop a simple snake game using turtle graphics on Python. So this is the whole code which you're seeing over here. Now I would like to show you the kind of output we will get when we'll run this code on this Sublime text platform I'm using for this Python coding. Okay, so for that we need to come on this tools part, and then we need to come on this build with option. Then you can hit this Python option, and this is what you are going to get as an output. So there is a green screen which you'll get, and it's a rectangular snake which you are seeing over here, and this is a food. Now if you want to move it in the right direction, you can press right direction key. Similarly, if you want to move it down, you can move it down using the down direction key. So that's how you can control the motion of this snake using the direction keys available on your keyboard. Now if you want to if this snake will hit this food, red color food, so automatically this food is going to change its position. So a random position will be assigned to this red color food which you're seeing on the screen right now. Fine. And if you want to increase the size of this screen, so that's how you can do it. Okay, you can enlarge it like this. Fine, let's now decrease the size, and let's see whether we can change the background color of the screen or not. So this is the code I have defined for the background color of the screen. For the background color of the screen, if you want to see it in red, if you want to see it let's suppose in blue, so you can just write down here blue, and when you'll run this code, so this is what you're going to get as an output. So it's a blue color screen which you're seeing over here right now. Similarly, if suppose you want to see the food in let's say green color, okay, so that's how you can change the color. Let's change the screen color to red so that the food can be more visible to us. So this is what you will get as an output. Now screen color is red and the food is in green color. So that's how you can control the various aspects of the objects we have defined for this game. Fine. Similarly, if you want to increase the size of the screen, see it's 500 by 500 right now. If you want to increase it, you can just replace it with a greater number. Let's say 600 by 600, and let's now hit this Python option and check out the size of the screen. So this is what you'll get as an output. Now the size of the screen is somewhat bigger as in comparison to the previous one. So this is what we are going to develop today in this class on this Python platform. So these are the two modules which you need to import. One is the turtle module, and the second one is the random module for working on the random position or for fetching the coordinates of the screen. Okay, for fetching the coordinates of the various points present on the screen. So these are the two modules which you need to keep in mind. You need to import for if you're working on this simple snake game. Okay, and this is where we have defined, these are the four variables we'll be using. One is for the width, second is for the height of the screen, this is for the food size. If you want to increase the food size, see right now it is very small, right? Food size is very small. If you want to increase the size, you can just do it like this. Let's replace it with 40 and check out what is going to happen to the food size. So it is going to look like this now. Okay, so that's how you can increase the food size if you want. Let's make it 20 for now. So these are for the offsets. If you want to control the snake with the direction keys present on the keyboard, so these are going to help you in doing the same. This is a function I have used for resetting the whole game. So if the person want to reset the game, this function will be called up. Okay, snake direction will be up. The snake will go at this position. Okay, and these are the global variables which can be called up in any of the functions defined in this Python code. This is the code for the food position. So when the game will be resetted, or if a person will reset the game, if you'll reset the game, so a random position will be assigned to the food, okay, present on the screen, getting reflected on the screen. So this is the function which will be called in order to assign random position to the food. Let me just show you that function. Where is that? So this is a function. Okay, x is for the abscissa part of the coordinates of the point where the food is going to go, and y is for the ordinate part. So these are for the coordinate, these are the coordinates where the food is going to go. And finally this function is returning these coordinates to us, where the food will go when the snake will touch the food, or when the user will reset the game. Okay, now let's come back here on this move snake. So there is a function with name move snake which I have defined over here for setting the direction and position of this snake when the game will be resetted by the user. So this is for the head part. The snake is going to start move from this point. These are for the x and y coordinates, new head 0 and new head 1. Similarly, if you'll come on this if loop, so it's for checking the self collision, whether it is colliding, if it is colliding with the walls, or if it is colliding with itself. So again the game will be resetted. Fine. Else what is going to happen? Snake dot append new head. So the new rectangular head will be appended to the snake if this thing is not happening. Fine. This is the if loop which is going to check for the food collision, and this is the if loop which is going to check for the screen wrapping. Fine. So these are the conditions you need to remember, you need to keep in mind. If not food collision, if suppose if it doesn't collide with the food, then what should happen? So keep the snake the same length. Okay, we need to keep the snake of the same length unless it is fed. So this is the condition, this is the statement which is going to help us for doing the same. So there is a pop function which I have made use of. Okay, so the rectangle which you'll see at 0 position will be popped out of that snake part. Fine. Similarly, I have made use of this if loop over here for wrapping the screen, and this is the function clear stamps which will be called up for clearing the previous snake stamps. Okay, for drawing the snake, again there is a for loop which I have made use of. We did this thing, we learned about this for loop in in the previous lectures, where we talked about dictionaries. We talked about how can we access different items present in a list. So for segment in snake, if the segment is there in this snake list, then what should happen? Pen dot go to snake 0. So this pen I have made use of for drawing that rectangular segment. So the snake which you're seeing over here on this screen, it is made up of with a combination of two or more rectangles. I have made use of two or more rectangles and combined them up in order to form this rectangular snake you are seeing on this screen over here. If you want to change it to, okay, let's check it out what is going to happen if we'll change it to triangle. The spelling is not correct. Now I think I'll be able to run this code and get the desired output. See, now there are five triangles, 5 or 6 triangles I'm seeing over here on this screen. So it is a combination of these things which is making it appear like a snake. Okay, and if you'll make it like circle, let's see what's gonna happen. So now you need to know every line of code in order to make these kind of changes. See, Now it is in a circular form. It is also looking great, right? See? So that's how you can change the shape of this uh, snake which you have got on this screen. Now let's come back here on this code. Where is that? Yep. So it is for screen, updating the screen, and it is for the timer. This is a function which will be called when the snake will collide with the food present on the screen. So a random position is going to get assigned to the food position, and the food will go to that position. So this is the go to function which I have made use of for changing the position. Fine. And get random food position, this is going to help us in getting a random position for the food present on the screen. Okay, so from here the values of these coordinates are going to get fetched up in this function food collision, and here a random position will be assigned to the food, and the food will go to that position by this through this code which we have made use of over here. This is going to fetch for us the distance between the food and the snake. Okay, and this go up, go right, go down, and these functions which I've made use of here are for controlling the snake using the left, right, upward, and downward direction keys present on the keyboard. So just keep a note of this because it is going to help you a lot if you're making such kind of game where you want to control any object using these shortcut keys, using these direction keys. So if snake direction not equal to down, so snake direction, snake should start moving upwards if this function will be called. If the right direction key will be pressed, it should start moving towards the right direction, in the right direction. Similarly, I've defined the same code for this downward part also, and for this left direction key too. Okay, these are the lines of codes with which you can set the properties, with which you can play with the properties of the screen. So for width and height, this is the line of code I've made use of. For if you want to change the title, right now snake is getting reflected over here. If you want to change it to snake, and suppose you want to change it to snake and food, so you can change it like this. Let's see what is going to happen to the title if you'll run this code. So now the title has got changed from snake to snake and food. So that's how you can play with the various properties of the screen. Okay, background color, I'd already shown you how can you change the background color. If you want to change the screen size, you can change it through this line of code. Here the turtle, the shape of the turtle is circle. So if you want to change the shape, you can make use of this line of code, pen up. So this is for if you want to stop writing, so this is going to help you for doing the same. And this line of code is for the food. This is setting the food's shape size. This is setting the color of the food. This is with this you can customize the shape of the food if you want to see it in a triangle kind of shape. So this is what you can define over here, triangle, and that's how the food is going to look like when you'll run this app, when you'll run this code. See, now it is in triangular shape. Fine. And finally, this is for all the event handlers. These are the lines of codes I have made use of for handling all the events, and this is for the resetting part and for turtle.done. Okay, so that's how I have defined these lines of codes for designing this beautiful game you are seeing over here. Hope you enjoyed this lecture a lot. Please do like and subscribe to my channel, and also share the link of this video in your group so that more and more students can come and join my coding classes, which I am giving free of cost on my channel. If you want to avail the rupees 500 online classes which I give on Zoom meeting. So you guys are most welcome to do that. You just have to ask your parents to contact me on 9891665634, my phone number, and I will register you for one of the classes of coding. Again, thank you very much. God bless you and namaste. Have a great day. Bye bye.